Most people don't actually think, they just repeat what they have been told. There's a reason why people follow the crowd, even when it's wrong. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Firdaus. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why people follow the crowd. So the first thing is, what does following the crowd mean? It's acting based on what others do and not what you believe, saying that you agree with people even though you're unsure, and mixing family cultures and religion without questioning, without doing any research and learning. Why do people do this? There's a scientific research study done by Solomon, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, by Solomon, and he put people in a room, a group of people in a room, to ask them a very simple question. And there were people who were actors that were part of that group. They all said the wrong answer to the very easy question, and all the rest of the people followed the group that were acting just so they can fit in. And the reason why people do that is because they don't want to feel isolated. They don't want to feel judged. They do not want to be the odd one out. It's also a survival instinct, because during the olden age, people would survive in tribes. People would survive in groups. So if you're a person who disagrees with a tribe, you would be rejected. And when you are rejected, you cannot be a person who's surviving alone, because it was very dangerous. So our brain is still wired that way. So that's why your brain prefers fitting in other than being right. And also, when people all agree in a big group, that is a social proof. And that's why most manipulators use social proof, as in like, oh, look, everyone agrees with me, so you're weird for not agreeing with me. This can be used in relationships, it can be used in families, and it also can be used in leadership and politics. Religion and culture confusion. Islam criticizes following blindly. Allah says in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ تَعَالَوْا إِلَى مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ وَإِلَى الرَّسُولِ قَالُوا حَسْبُنَا مَا وَجَدْنَا عَلَيْهِ آبَانَا. When Allah says follow what Allah has sent to His Prophet, they say that we will follow what we have found by our fathers. أَوَلَوْ كَانَ آبَاؤُهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَهْتَدُونَ. Will they follow their fathers even if they were not smart and not guided? What happens when you're a person who follows the crowd? What happens is that you live a life that you did not choose. You defend beliefs that you do not understand, and you also repeat cycles, generational cycles, and you lose your ability to think clearly. You lose the ability to think for yourself. How do you stop following blindly? First thing is, you need to start to be aware. Start asking yourself questions without any ego. Ask yourself, why do I believe this? Where is this coming from? And you also need to get comfortable with standing alone, because when you do not agree with everything that everyone says, you get rejected, and you will also get criticized, and you will also be called difficult and different. People will disagree with you, people will criticize you, but that does not always mean that you are wrong. And what's also very important is to choose your own environment. Yes, I tell you to think for yourself, but the reality of the human brain is that we are always getting programmed. We are always getting influenced by the people surrounding us, by the content that we watch, by the friends that we have. All of those things program you and they influence you. So you need to choose the kind of programming and the influencing that you want. You need to choose the type of good friends and the type of good environment and the type of good content that you watch, so you get influenced by the way that you want to be influenced. Because if you don't choose your environment, it chooses you. I understand why people follow the crowd. It feels safe, but at some point you need to ask yourself, am I living my own life, or am I just following people? Are you a person who has your own journey, or are you just following the sheep? That is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.